Hey, this is Martin here. Welcome to another brand new episode of Markets Tomorrow, and that's for September 1st, Wednesday 2021. And what a day we had! Another roaring bullish day. The bulls have taken over the market, and then the market not only created 17,100, not just 70,000, it conquered clearly 17,000, the rounding number, psychological rounding number. So let's, as usual, we will be seeing this, what happened exactly in the market during the day, using all of these parameters that you see on the left side: the candlestick patterns, the price action, the Bollinger Bands, and support action, just as support and resistance and momentum diversity and all this. And in addition, you will have additional analysis that we will do on volatility, the institutional participation, sectorial watch, and open interest. The dollar, gold, and the commodities market and global markets in general, and they'll wrap up with some actionable. So if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and share it to maximum people. Thank you. So good. So let's get into charts and see what happens. So what we see here is clear breakout from the 16,700 levels. The second candle is even more bullish. Bank Nifty has formed a spinning top, right, which could turn out as a reversal at times, but the point is it is closed above the previous day's close, and it has also conquered the 36,000, and it is close at 36,400 above. So right, so let's see what happened on the intraday. Let's go to the 15 minutes and see quickly, and nothing to say, clear trending day on the Nifty. And Nifty, you can see that 31st. So Nifty, the 31st is, let me just get back there. Yeah, so 31st starts here, it's clear trending. Bank Nifty was not, it was consolidating, it was sideways. Nothing happened. It's just 76 point, like 77 points of movement that happened, right? Hardly any movement. It was flat. So imagine where Nifty would have been if bank stocks also performed, right? So the entire movement happened from only on the Nifty, right? So Nifty went alone today, right? All on its own, it created history. That's what happened today. Let's go to the Bollinger Bands. Yes, expanding and working on the bands. Bank Nifty skews expanded slightly, and it is going to expand further if it goes further from there. And if we look at the support resistances, what is happening in support resistance, let's enable that and update the charts. So this is the retracement levels that we have there, which we will have to move in there, right? So this is the fib extension levels, right? So nothing to touch, that's already taken care of, I believe. So let me just check. Yes, so it has to be moved up. So this has to be moved up. So retracement level, it is moved up there, and the extension probably may need now to be moved here, and then it may need to be moved here, right? Because that's the last swing there for the retracement. So what we see here is, yeah, so even the 23% of fib extension retracement, its extension 23%, is coming at 60, above 16,750, right? That's a kind of move that has happened, right? So the first support levels will be the previous resistance, which is 16,700. Below that you would have the 16,450 to 16,350 kind of levels, and then you have the 16,100 to 16,000 kind of levels. So above we have uncharted territories. The next level that we have to look at is 16,400 kind of levels, which is the 70, which is the last swing Fibonacci extensions 50%, right, upwards if you see, right. So that's yeah, so plenty of supports down there, uncharted territory on the Nifty. And if you see the Bank Nifty, what do you see there, right? You see that it is slightly moved up, and it is, you can't say it closed above 36,500 zones, but it has right, it has gone above 35,000. So the first resistance will be the 36,000 to close above that, and above that you have 37,600 is the all-time high. So only resistance that's there upside if 36,500 is gone good, right? And below you have these previous support zones, which are 35,800 to 35,600 zone, which is the previous support zone, and below that you have 35,400 and 35,300 zones, right, which is the support below. Below that you have 34,800 to 34,400, that zone. So that's support. So all-time high of 37,700 is the one that is left for the bank to take. Look at the momentum in the market. It has gone to the bullish zones now. Look at the momentum in Nifty. It is already in the bullish zones and it's heading up, right, to 82 kind of levels, right. So this is what worked. This is the bullish reverse momentum divergence, and because that market shot up and then moved, right. So this clearly met the target, you can say, and went above. Target was met at whenever it broke out of the 16,700 itself, it was met, right. So that's the divergence part of it. Momentum reversal. Trend is already bullish. Trend is already bullish. You can clearly see that. So the bullish, and then with strength it's moving up. Bank Nifty, the trend is already bullish and it's heading up now. The green DX strength is showing more strength. So trend and momentum, Nifty and Bank Nifty bullish, right. Now let's look in the open interest data and see what happened today, right. So if we go to the open interest data, this is what we see for the expiry on the Thursday. It's pure bullish charts that you see the graph. The highest open interest is for some reason seen as 16,000, but the major support zone seems to be 17,000 support. Near zone 7,100, that's where it is. After that you have 17,300. It's 1.7. Put call ratio is bullish. And for Bank Nifty, it's 1.12, is also bullish. But this seems to be slightly bearish chart for the expiry. 37,000 seems to be a highest hurdle. Highest call rating is seen there, and 36,500 is also seen as a hurdle where call rating is seen. Support seems to be there at 36,000 and 35,000 further down. So this is going to be 36,000, between 36,000 and 37,000. But overall, if you see, although the put call ratio is 1:2, the highest call rating is what is projecting ahead of the puts. Okay, it is something that keep in mind. Now, what happened to the volatility is the next thing that we got to see. VIX did what? It shot up. How much did it shot up? Right, so that was the VIX move that happened, right. So that is what happened today, right. 14.5 is the highest level in recent times, right. Although a spike happened in July, but that's the VIX is going up, right. So that is something good news, that we are moving up from the 10 and 11 levels now to the 14.5, and we may be heading further up, right. But it also means that the fear and greed index is, it's increasing, right. But yeah, so foreign institutions participation, if you see, let's see if the data has come. So this is 30th. The data has not yet come. Let's see the data is available here or not. Yes, it should be the 31st. So what happened today is something interesting. So Fyers made 3,880 crore of buying and DA sold. Obviously they was buying all these times, so that is great news. It is the Fyers that moved the market. Nearly 3,808 900 crores of rupees of buying happened today, which made the market move 200 points up. This is good news, but yeah, there is profit booking probably. So that is something that we get, that is interesting. Sectorial watch. If you see what sectors performed today, that would also be an interesting data to look at. If you look at it's all of them performed, right, except for construction, right? Godrej properties, something happened, so otherwise all sectors have done well. And let's go ahead and see IT. Even IT performed despite having problems with the dollar. IT is bullish, continue to be bullish. Today also it is bullish. Metal is heading upwards, right? It reverted the path and then moving upwards. Bullish reverse divergence is in progress. It's on the weekly. Weekly you have a momentum reverse divergence which is already in play and it is doing good. That is why the metal sector, but it is daily basis. It is yet to cross the bullish zones. So we'll have to wait till then before it takes positions. Auto also showing bullishness and it is reverting and getting back to the previous zone, but you have to wait for the momentum to catch up to 60. Pharma is also reverting, right? Just taken the support and then from here it consolidated a little bit and then moving upwards, but it also has not got to the bullish zones yet. FMCG already is in the bullish zones and it is breaking out like anything, right? Clearly bullish, right? So that's it. So reality also is slowly reverted, right? So all the sectors like metal, auto, pharma, right, and realty are all reverting towards the bullish zones. But right now it is it is a U-turn that it has taken out of. So it means that all of these, or some of these, may get into the bullish zones very soon. RSI, that is the time we have to look for the stock. But FMCG clear breakout, clear bullishness. IT also continue to be bullish, even though it has done some big moves recently vertically. Now, sector watches are in the currencies. What happened to the currency is the deciding thing. So today you can see the bearishness in the dollar index is weakening. Did a false breakout and after that it has fallen and it seems like it is holding on the support zone. If it falls below that, then rupee is going to further strengthen probably. The currency pair further fall down, further falls. It's nearing to 1.7% of falls. Rupee is strengthening and it has become 73 levels. That's the whole thing, right? And you can, another thing that you can see is the oil is not becoming cheaper. It is increasing and getting over from the 70 above levels, which is not good. Despite the, so gold is supposed to have moved further up, but yeah, of course it has formed some kind of a small body candle, but it is moving in a very slow momentum. It has still not gone to the, it resisted when the dollar strengthened earlier. After that it again caught up, right? So it's slowly and steadily picking up the momentum, but still not in the bullish zones. But yes, heading towards the channel up. It may further move up since dollar is weakened a bit. So US markets, as of now, if you see, there is some bearishness that you can see. All the indexes of Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and S&P 500, and the European markets also, there is a FTSE and DAX, and there is some bearishness that has been seen. As of now, we'll have to see whether this sustains or not tomorrow morning, right? Before the pre-market, we'll have to see, right? So overall, it was a historic breakout, bullish Nifty, record-breaking day that is there today. So the run that has happened is tremendous, fabulous run that has happened, but it cannot go on like this, right? It has to have some correction that has to come, and so you don't get into at this point in time, right? Intraday, of course, you may based on the previous day's high and low, but positionally this is not time to get in. You will have to wait for a retracement to happen, at least a small minor one. You have to make a note that it is heading towards 10,000 points of movements from the last March 2020, right? So almost 1 year and 4 months, it is heading towards almost 10,000 points, right? So that is the kind of movement. And the corrections have not happened more than 10 or 11, not more than that. That is the maximum correction that happened only once. Otherwise, it was all small corrections that happened. So corrections could come in, right? So entering, we'll have to be cautious, right? So Fed tapering event is over. GDP data also come out. So all the good things are, so there is a margin regulation. SEBI margin rules are getting applicable tomorrow. So um, there's some changes that's going. So we'll have to wait and watch for Sept to see what is there up there. But be cautious when you're heading, right? When you're trading on the indexes especially, right? But yeah, so there were some trades actionables that was provided. You can have a look at those. And some of those LNT is breaking out, right? It's having a rounding pattern, and it is clearly breaking out. It was hesitating, so after that, good moves are seen there. Pharma sector is turning out bullish. Divi's Labs is doing good, something that I can look at. ICICI Bank is broken out of the ascending triangle, and then it did some correction, and it came back, and then once again it is catching up to that point. So that is another one. Wipro is doing good. It is trending in the channel, right? Beautiful trending that is happening with Wipro, right? So that is also something that you can look at. So these are the actionables. Hope this helps you to just give a clear view on what happened today, and then help you to plan your trade for the next day. Happy trading and happy learning. Bye.